Hi, this is Katie. In today's video, I think this is probably gonna be a two-part video. I don't know if the second part is going to be tomorrow's video or if it's gonna be like next week at some point, but regardless, in this video, we are going to be doing some vision board, prayer board kind of things. And so I think in this video, we're gonna go through some magazines. I'm gonna show you just some of the things that I'm gonna be cutting out and kind of like my idea for this vision board. And then in like the second part of the video, I'll probably actually assemble it. And so I told you guys that I was gonna do this a couple months ago, and I already have cut out a lot of stuff. I just, am not done yet. I still have a couple more magazines, and then obviously I want to assemble it. And so I already went through completely like 2 or 3 magazines, and then these two I want to go through again, the Flamingo and Wild Sam, which are like travel kind of magazines. And then I'm also going to go through Breathe Wellbeing. This might be quick because it's really just a lot of articles. But there were just a couple like titles that I thought might be good. And then I'm also going to go through the Day Spring Everyday Faith magazine. So just like chatting about, you know, mindset and life and vision boards and stuff. Honestly, the last few years, I have kind of been somebody who thought a vision board was like, oh, that's silly. Or like, oh, I don't need that. Like, I can just write notes down. I can just think about it. I can just journal. I can just pray. And then lately I was like, you know what? I actually do think it would be help to visualize some of this right in front of me. I do not believe in manifestation. I do not believe in the law of attraction. I do not believe in any of that. I believe in the Bible. And so I do believe in like having clear thoughts, praying, and then giving God control while we still take action and while we like listen to what he wants for us, you know, because we might be praying for something really specific. And then if we actually listen to him, we can see what he actually wants from us out of that situation. You know what I mean? He might say no, he might say yes, he might say wait, he might say change, he might say do something different, you know, depending on the situation, right? You might be like, I really want to get married. And God might say, okay, yes, here you go. Here's your husband tomorrow, you know, or he might say, hey, wait, do XYZ first. You know what I mean? But we have to be like open to hearing what he wants. And that's one of my biggest things because you guys know how much I like control. And so this is not a control board. This is a like kind of like a surrender board. Maybe I'm going to look at it like that, kind of like a surrender board, getting my thoughts out. So a lot of it is going to be from these magazines, and then I'm going to like write on it as well. And so anyway, I've talked enough. Katie, you've talked enough. So just to show you, is it storming? The skies are blue out my window there, but I think I heard thunder. Anyway, I cut out some like pretty pictures that I might use as like a background. I do not have a visual artistic eye. I just don't. So I don't really know how I'm gonna like design it. I don't know. But yeah, so I have just some like really beautiful pictures. And then I have a lot of like little words. So like reset, that's a good one for me. Wild, another good one for me. A change of space, right? Like certain things that I might want. Stuff we love, really, that's just me. I could cross that out. Get it done. Some like motivational kind of things. I think this was good. What if it goes right? Because you guys know one of my biggest struggles? I'm a pessimist. And that is not good and it's not biblical. Like, do you guys ever realize, oh, this is gonna be a chatty video. I thought this was gonna be a 10-minute video. It's gonna be a chatty video, a little more mindset connected, especially compared to my last several videos that I really have not talked about mindset in probably a couple weeks. But do you guys, here's the thing, I'm about to be super vulnerable, honest, okay? And then ask you a question within it. Do you guys ever notice within yourself how hypocritical we can be as humans? Do you ever notice that within yourself? That I'm like, I love God, I love the Bible, I believe the Bible is so true. And then I'm like, yeah, but I'm a pessimist. What? That doesn't make any sense, Katie. No. And then it's like, obviously, I have to stop listening to the thoughts and the feelings that are not biblical. Obviously, that's easier said than done, but I at least know that as like a step that I need to be doing. Anyway, so those are some of the things that I already cut out. This is just so pretty. So this is Wild Sam. Obviously, I already cut out some stuff in here, but I just wanted to go through it again quick and see. Like I cut out this part. Do I need to do whatever this is? I mean, skiing is what it is. Honestly, I've never cared to ski, ever. That's not like, I don't know. I've just never had the desire to do that. I feel like it would be miserable. Please let me know in the comments if you like to ski or snowboard or anything, because I just feel like I'd be miserable doing that. I just don't think I would like it. Yeah, so basically the undertone of this is obviously following God more, not listening to my negative thoughts as much, some work stuff, some life goal stuff. This is pretty. I definitely want to travel more soon, whatever that means. And I definitely have noticed, and again, let me know if you're similar. I've noticed that I've been having a mental breakdown for the last, 3 or 4 months at this point. And I haven't talked about it in the last few videos. And some of my even last few videos, I was being silly, I was smiling, whatever, but that does not mean that I still wasn't going through a mental breakdown. It just means that either sometimes I'm in an okay mood, or it means that sometimes I'm like, Katie, just focus on this other thing for the next 20 minutes, I think some people think that if someone is smiling or laughing, that it definitely means that they are definitely not depressed or going through something, and it's just not true. Like, it's just literally not true. And it's not like we're lying or anything, but it's more just like, I don't know. There are certain levels to things, right? And some days I literally, like yesterday, could not get out of bed. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. I was miserable. And then today I'm like, okay, I'm okay, So it's just kind of up and down depending on the day or the hour. And so I know that some of my videos recently I've been like smiling or just seeming neutral or fine, but I am still going through my mental breakdown, which is why right now I'm like, Katie, focus on this vision board for even just 25, 30 minutes. Yeah, because I know that one of my struggles is just like doing nice things for myself, because it always in my head translates to selfish, conceited, self-centered, self-focused. And I know logically and biblically, no, don't go like overspend on my credit card. And no, don't overindulge in things. And no, don't ignore your responsibilities. No, nothing like that. But it's still good to take care of myself. And I know I've talked about that a lot. It just still is something that I struggle with, because it always just feels like, no, I don't want to do that. No, it just feels weird. And so right now I'm like, nope, we're going to focus on it for the next, half hour or whatever. But with the undertone of God, not focusing on myself, because I don't believe in that, but focusing on what I can do to make changes in my life so that I will be more of who God wants me to be. This is pretty. I've been in Florida for like on and off, but for a little over 2 years. It is hot. As much as I don't want to ski and stuff, I would like to be near some cold weather at some point soon. Ooh. I want to be in like a hot tub, but when it's snowing. That sounds fun. I'm not going to put that on my vision board though. That's not like a strong desire. Anyway, did I be showing you? Here, magazine. Once upon a time in a land far away. Okay, puppies. Look cute. This is a cool picture. I'm going to rip this out for like a background of something. I'm going to rip it out. Wish me luck. Hello? They make, there we go. I was gonna say, they're like extra reinforced magazines nowadays. That's a gorgeous picture. That'll be really pretty background. If that was not like in the seam, I maybe would have done that too. Let me know if you guys do vision boards. And if you do, like how you do them. Because again, mine's gonna be pretty vague. It's gonna kind of be like about my whole life and my relationship with God and travel and work and just kind of like everything. And I think I'm gonna have, again, like some pretty pictures, a bunch of those quotes, and then I'm going to write like some like goal lists, basically. I think I'm gonna write one like God goal list kind of. So it'd be like, being more consistent with reading the Bible and, watching multiple sermons a week, stuff like that, like my relationship with God goals. And then I think I'm gonna have probably like work YouTube goals, and then like life goals, and then maybe like some health goals. And I think maybe under life would be like hobbies and travel and stuff. Those might be separate. Anyway, let me know, because I'm probably gonna post this before I actually finish it. So like, if you have any tips, if you've really done it before, let me know. If there's like, I don't know, a way that has helped you. Because I just think that maybe seeing it, like, I'll get like a command strip or whatever and like put it on the wall. Oh, but I did get like a small enough one that I can travel with it. But yeah, like I'll probably hang it on the wall and just have it be like something that just, I don't know, look at every day and something like that. So, okay. Oh, they have field guides for national parks. Yeah, I'm gonna rip that out too, or cut it out. I'll obviously trim everything better when I'm putting it on the board, but we did it. Okay. Next, this one's gonna be quick because this is more like for me to read, but I think there's just some of the headlines or titles or whatever that might be good to cut out. I already cut out some of them. I just want to go through it again. All together now. Only the lonely. No. Is this just all song titles? No. Awkward encounters. I don't know if that's a song. Okay, we're gonna slow it down because Katie Carney does not know how to do that. Everything's woo, you know. So I'm gonna cut that one down so we can practice that. How long have I been practicing that for? A long time. Difficult, man. And that's one of my issues is I'm so like, oh, I have a goal. I want to accomplish it right now. I want to be perfect at it today. And so even one of the things that I have to learn is like, that's just not how it works, Katie. Some things will literally take your entire life. And I'm like, no, but I want to do it now. I want to do it today. I want to do it yesterday, actually. Thanks. Oh, Your Kind of Rest. That's a good one to have as a title because we've talked about this, that I don't know how to rest. I don't know how to rest. And then what was it, like 3 or 4 months ago, I realized that I don't know how to rest because I never feel safe because I have PTSD. And like I heard that somewhere on Instagram of someone talking about that. Like if you have trouble resting, it could be because you don't feel safe. And I'm like, that makes so much sense. Some things just click, you know. Obviously watch what you listen to on Instagram and stuff because some of it can be totally fake. But some of it is real and really good advice and based on either biblical facts or based on, you know, like psychological studies and stuff like that. But it completely makes sense that if I don't feel safe, then I can't rest. Because yeah, I can lie on the beach and read a book and listen to the waves. But if I feel unsafe and my fight or flight is always on, then my body's not gonna be able to rest or my mind is not gonna be able to rest either. So I think this will be a good little title to have. I might even have some like little lined cute little pieces of paper so that I can have, or like stickers or something so that I can have this as a title and then underneath it write little ideas and things to do because obviously I'm a big believer. This is the chattiest video I've done in a while. I'm a big believer in figuring out the why of the why of the why, right? I learned that in a marketing sense when I was like 21 or 22 years old. Basically, if you want to sell something, if you want to market something to someone, you can't just say, here, buy this deodorant, right? You have to figure out why they might want to buy deodorant in the first place and then think of even why that, and then why that, and why that, and like really get to like the deepest root cause that you can think of, or deepest root idea, deepest root whatever that you can think of. And then so you can kind of connect to them in that way, right? And so what was I saying? The why. Oh, so with the Your Kind of Rest, I do think that like, why have I been struggling with resting? Why? Like, why have I? And I thought sometimes, and I do still think that this is true, but that it's like, oh, I just get bored. I'm pretty go, you know, like, oh, I just get bored if I'm gonna rest, you know, and I do still think that's part of it, but it was obvious that there was still more, that like I needed to figure out more and like a deeper answer. And so again, once I heard the idea that you might not be able to rest because you don't feel safe, it's like, oh, that made so much sense. So now that's probably like the deep root cause that I can focus on the most and then figure out how I can start feeling safe. And then I can go up from there. So that can kind of be on that little list. Okay, the best things in life. I want to cut that out too as a title. So yeah, this one I'm not going to be using pictures because I just don't like this style as much. And since I'm cutting out just the titles, I can still read most of this magazine, except for like whatever I cut out, whatever's on the back, but I can still read most of this magazine. Okay, should I cut out stress relief? Maybe, and have that be a list too? Katie's never stressed. No, never, not at all. See, isn't it fascinating? And this is where some people are gonna go, oh, she's lying, she's exaggerating, blah, blah. I'm like, no. This is where I'm trying to show you like anomalies? Is that the word I'm even trying to think of? I think so. Or like phenomenons or things that might not make sense to someone who's not in it. I am literally still in the middle of a mental breakdown, but I can still be silly. And it's not me being a hypocrite. It's not me lying. It's not me exaggerating. It's literally just, that's how, I don't know about you, that's how my brain works. That one day or 1 minute, I can be like, oh, this is silly, ha ha ha. And then 5 minutes later, I can be crying. And that's just, I get anxious really easily. I get depressed. I get stressed. I get overwhelmed. I get negative thoughts really easily. Obviously, this is one of the ways that we're gonna be working on it. But yeah, I know there's gonna be some people who are like, oh, she's clearly not having a mental breakdown. Like she's laughing. Nope, that's not how it works. It's just like, you can see somebody at work who seems like they're fine, but maybe like they're actually going through a trauma at home. It's either some people just aren't comfortable showing it. There's a lot of people who are not comfortable being vulnerable. And so it's not that they're lying by keeping their emotions to themselves. It's just that they're keeping them to themselves to be private, I mean, that depends if you're in a personal relationship, like a close relationship, maybe they should be telling you blah, blah, whatever. But you guys know what I mean? Like everyone's different. And so there are going to be some people who are literally having a mental breakdown right now who you might work with or might be in your family, and they might just not be telling you. And so that's one of those things of like, let's just be kind to everybody because we have no clue what somebody's going through. I'm just a little bit more likely to tell you some of the personal things. But again, some people might be like, what is she talking about? She seems fine. Doesn't mean that it's not one of the hardest times in my entire life. And then again, that can be a story in and of itself because some people, it's like you get used to it at some point. And then again, especially again for me, some minutes I feel okay, some minutes I feel horrible, some minutes I'm laughing and being silly, but the undertone of it all is still that I'm in the middle of mental breakdown and there's a lot of things going on in my life right now. But it gets confusing, right? Like I know that sounds confusing, but I'm sure if you've gone through something, because so many people have gone through a trauma and then still had to go to work the next day. Like even if you go through like a horrible breakup, you probably still have to go to work the next day. And if you can like smile to your clients or your customers or your coworkers, it does not mean that you're not still going through a hard time. It just means that maybe you're compartmentalizing or you're just realizing like, okay, I have to do this right now. I have to focus on this right now. But some people stay in bed and it kind of depends. Anyway, Naturium Shimmer Lip Balm. They're not really shimmery, but I love them. And I just noticed my lips were dry. Okay. So this is the Flamingo one. Did I go through this already? I think I did. I think the only one I didn't go through at all is the Everyday Faith. Yep, I definitely went through this one. This is cut out. Can you even see that? Yeah, kind of. This video, oh, relax already. I'm gonna cut that out because it made me laugh. I think it's funny. Yeah, this video is all over the place. I know. Welcome to my brain. And I'm only giving you the tiniest insight, but my brain is all over the place. Absolutely. All over the place. But I did tell you guys that I wanted to be a little more like open again, like I used to be on this channel. So hopefully you're starting to notice or something. I don't know. I got my nail caught. We're good. Okay. Look how long my nails are. I just took this nail polish off like 2 days ago and I'm gonna repaint them soon. I think I might want to try French manicure because I did try one a couple months ago and it worked out pretty nice. And since they're so long, I think it's like the time to do it before they break because this one already just tried to break and I like glued it back together. On the beach. Okay. That ice cream looks so good. Can you see that? This has like a whole Florida ice cream stop. If I could eat ice cream, I would go on this little ice cream road trip, but I have to eat fake ice cream because I can't have dairy. Oh wait, is this a Florida one? I think this might be a Florida magazine, maybe. Yeah, this is a Florida magazine specifically. The other one, the Wild Sam, I think is just a like road trip magazine in general. That's pretty. That like whole spread is really pretty. Okay, so the last magazine, I really only want to film for like 10 more minutes, but this is the only one that I haven't gone through yet. And I don't want to cut out too much in this magazine because I want to read the articles. So we'll see what like I can cut around, Everyday Faith. Should I cut out A Beautiful Life? Probably. And there's nothing on the back of that. Or I mean, just like an ad on the back of it. I'm asking for your advice a lot in this video, or your ideas, your opinions, your thoughts. If you used to be a pessimist and now you're not, what did you do? What did you do differently? I know like gratitude and stuff really helps. I know prayer really helps and that kind of stuff, but like, is there anything else that you did that helped kind of switch your mind? Because Like I do have PTSD and that kind of stuff, but I don't fully know why I'm so pessimistic. I have a couple ideas, but it's not biblical, it's not healthy, it's not good. And I think part of it is like when you're pessimistic, you get stuck in it. So it's like, well, I don't even want to change. I don't even care. Why should I? It makes sense to be pessimistic. Look at the world right now. Look at my life, blah, blah. And then you kind of get like pity party, you know? But so, yeah, I specifically am curious if you used to be a pessimist, now you're not. Let me know. Because some people are just naturally optimistic or whatever, you know? Noticing beauty points us to the artist who created that beauty. That's good. What's on the back? Oh, road trip games, road trip bingo. Oh, wait, I kind of like that though. No, I kind of like that though. Oh, but it doesn't actually cut out the bingo part. It just cuts out like right up here. Okay. Because I was thinking like, oh, can I like take a picture of the bingo or like rewrite it out? But no, it's like literally right at the top of it. I think like being busy with positive, helpful, biblical things could probably help with pessimism as well. But yeah, just curious. Yeah, they have road trip games. Look, it's like perfectly right at the top. They have a Mad Libs. When it feels like you're wilting. Oh, I gotta read that. For sure. Oh, that's cute. They give you ideas of what to write in cards, like birthday cards and stuff like that. That's cute. Oh, they have like a psalm study. This is a cool magazine. They have journaling questions for like when your purpose feels unclear. That's cool. Permission to rest. So I kind of want to cut out this whole page, but I want to read the article first. So I'm going to read the article and then I'm going to cut out that page and have that. Or maybe I'll just take a picture of this because that's, again, a big one for me. A really, really big one for me. Because I can not work, but then I just distract my brain or keep it busy with other things. Ooh, balsamic chicken. They have recipes in here too. When was the last time you read a magazine? I loved reading magazines when I was little. Well, like when I was like in high school and stuff. Finding God's Goodness in the Storm. I want to read that too. I just want to read this magazine too. But, oh, Practicing Gratitude. There we go. I think I'm going to cut that out too. And then put like a little space on my, what was I calling it? My surrender board. My surrender board, my prayer board, my Fix Your Life Katie board. I don't know what I actually want to like call it. Biblical ways to love yourself today. Oh boy. Here's the thing. I already cut something out of this. Well, it's in that pile, I guess. When my anxious thoughts multiply within me, your comfort delights my soul. Psalm 94:19. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and pleading with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:6-7. Okay, so, I love word searches. Okay, so I think that's all I'm cutting out. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to read this article too first, but then take your stress to God. I'm going to cut that out too. But the article before that, I want to read first. So, and that cut like right in between it. Okay, so I think the same with this. Yeah, the same with this, A Prayer of Surrender. I'm going to cut that out too. But again, after I read the thing before it. So that's what I said, like 4 or 5 things in there that I'm going to cut out after. But at least for now, I have all of this. And I have little bears. Some of it's just like things that I like, and you know, and then like vagabond. I literally have, how do I show you this? I have the word vagabond tattooed on my leg, living like a vagabond. And so I just am connected to that word. And so I have that. I have a map of the United States. And you guys know, or maybe you don't, but I used to live in my car and travel the country. And I do plan on doing that in some way, shape, or form again, potentially soon. And so, yeah, it's just like one of the things that like I know that I enjoyed, you know, get a little out there. I think I'm already like way out there, but you know, the greatest experience in life. And then I can kind of put a list under there. find your identity in God. Just a really good reminder. So anyway, I think I'm gonna go. I've been filming for a very long time, but at least I have basically everything cut out that I want to. And then I'm just gonna read some of these articles maybe tonight or tomorrow, and then film part 2 of this video, obviously, when we actually assemble it and hang it up. And no more procrastinating on that, Katie. Procrastination causes more anxiety and is more likely to make you not do it at all. If you procrastinate at all, you're more likely to keep procrastinating. And then you're gonna get anxious about it, then you're gonna feel shame, then you're gonna procrastinate more. And so sometimes, honestly, it's actually helpful for me to film it because I feel like I'm being held accountable. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Again, I know I asked like a bunch of questions in this video, so please let me know your thoughts on vision boards. If you have any advice, whatever, in the comments, please let me know. I'd love to hear. And I really do hope that you're subscribed. I am posting 5 videos a week. Last week I only posted 4 videos, so this week I'm posting 6 because I really just do want to have like the equivalent of 5 videos a week for the month of August. And so I really hope that you're subscribed to see all those videos, and I hope that you've been enjoying them so far. And yeah, I guess it's gonna be it. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.